Fire comes the flood, or at least the fear of one. Here again is Ivan Rodriguez.
Living in Colorado's mountains requires resiliency.
For weeks, the Cameron Peak Fire has been a menace to a few. Tonight, it's a problem for millions.
With wildfires becoming more prevalent and dangerous than ever before, Ron Reese says he's learned to live with the risks because the mountain air and the beautiful views can't be beat.
It means everything. It's my dream in life. Life down in town has got this same amount of struggles.
He's owned this property in the mountains west of Loveland for half his life now. He watched as the Cameron Peak Fire inched toward the place he loves most.
Extremely worried. I saw on TV the map, it showed this whole area was burned.
Some of his neighbors down the road weren't so lucky. Remnants of their homes are left buried underneath feet of snow, surrounded by charred trees. In total, the U.S. Forest Service says the Cameron Peak Fire claimed more than 200 homes, and the road to rebuild is long.
Recovery is going to take years, not months.
After months of fire, this community is now facing a new threat.
Flooding is always a concern after a wildfire. Mother Nature really, just like she impacts what happens during a fire, she really impacts what happens after the fire as well.
The risk of dangerous flooding increases after a wildfire because of burnt trees, debris, and loose soil left behind. The combination of record snowfall and warmer weather is worrisome because if the snow melts too quickly, all that debris comes rushing down. Some of their work is to repair lines firefighters created to contain the fire, study the impact on the soil, and address safety concerns. They're also removing bridges so they don't get washed away if a flood were to happen. After surviving the Cameron Peak Fire, Ross is moving all the burnt trees on his property in preparation for spring flooding.
It's burned like 1,200 feet straight up above the campers. I've spent probably 60 hours already working up there, dropping trees, bringing firewood down, and just leaving brush all over the ground so that'll catch the soot as it's coming down. Then
he's working around the clock to protect his future.
This is kind of my American dream,
Because regardless of the dangers of life in the high country, Reese will tell you the benefits are still worth the risks. Ivan Rodriguez, Denver.